Hello and welcome. If you're here, you probably want to get straight to the interesting stuff, right?
Absolutely. Cut through the noise.
Exactly. So today we're diving into something huge, literally, open pit mines.
Yeah, these aren't just holes.
Yeah.
They're massive excavations. You can see them from miles away, sometimes even space.
Huge scars on the Earth's surface, really, but fascinating too. They tell us a lot about geology, engineering, our own history even.
For sure. We're drawing from an article today, 10 most incredible open pit mines. And it really highlights the scale we operate on to get resources.
We're talking diamonds, gold, copper, all the materials that basically run our modern world.
So let's dig in.
Okay, first stop, Mirny Mine in Russia, Eastern Siberia to be precise. It's inactive now, but
Right.
wow.
Right, this was a diamond mine. And it holds the title for the largest open diamond mine globally. It's also the second largest excavated hole humans have ever made, period.
The sheer size is hard to picture. It's over 500 meters deep with that like 1,700 feet.
Something like that, yeah. And 1,200 meters, nearly 4,000 feet across. It's just immense.
And here's a detail that really jumped out at me. Get this, the airspace above it, it's closed to helicopters.
Oh, yeah. Why is that?
Apparently, the sheer size creates this massive downward airflow. It can actually like suck helicopters into the pit.
Seriously. Wow. That gives you a sense of the physical forces involved when you displace that much earth. It's not just a hole. It affects the local atmosphere.
Kind of mind-blowing. Okay, let's travel now over to the U.S. Bingham Canyon Mine.
Ah, yes, the Kennecott Copper Mine near Salt Lake City, Utah.
This one's another record holder. It's touted as the largest and deepest human-made excavation on the planet. Full stop.
It really is colossal. We're talking nearly a kilometer deep, about 0.6 miles. And it's 4 kilometers, or 2.5 miles wide.
Just staggering dimensions. You could lose a small city in there.
Easily. And it's not new either. It has significant history.
Right. It was designated a National Historic Landmark way back in 1966. That tells you something about its impact, its importance over time.
It really does. It's a symbol of, long-term resource extraction and how it shapes landscapes and economies for generations.
Okay, next up, let's hop over to Australia, the Kalgoorlie Super Pit. Or just the Super Pit gold mine.
Down under, yeah. This is Australia's biggest open-cut gold mine. It's got this characteristic sort of oblong shape.
How big are we talking here?
Well, it stretches about 3.5 kilometers long, 1.5 kilometers wide, and it goes down about 570 meters.
So still incredibly deep. That's a serious chunk out of the landscape.
A very serious chunk. And apparently it's so big.
I think I know where you're going with this.
It's actually visible from space.
That just puts it on another level, doesn't it? Something we dug is visible from orbit. Crazy.
It definitely recalibrates your sense of scale.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. South Africa now, a place called the Big Hole.
Also known as the Kimberley Mine. This one's fascinating because of how it was made.
Yeah, the claim is, and it's a pretty famous one, that it's the largest hole dug entirely by hand, no heavy machinery.
Imagine that. It was active from, 1871 to 1914.
Yeah, about 43 years. And during that time, an estimated 50,000 workers
50,000.
using only picks and shovels, moved 22.5 million tons of earth.
Just staggering. The sheer human effort involved, it's almost impossible to comprehend today.
And what did they get for all that work? Diamonds. Almost 3 tons of them over those 4 decades.
Incredible yield for manual labor.
Yeah.
The hole itself ended up being 463 meters wide.
And originally 240 meters deep, though it's partly filled in now, right? With water and debris.
Yeah, you can still see about 175 meters of depth, but it's a powerful reminder of that era of mining, a real contrast to the mechanization we see elsewhere.
Definitely puts things in perspective. Okay, let's jump forward to more modern operations. Canada. Diavik Diamond Mine.
Right. This one's active and a big deal for the regional economy up there. Employs around 700 people.
And produces a fair amount of diamonds.
Oh, yeah. About 1,500 kilograms. That's 3,300 pounds of diamonds every year.
What's really striking about Diavik, though, is the location.
It's pretty unique, isn't it? It's on this small island, just 20 square kilometers.
And it's way up there, only 220 kilometers, about 140 miles south of the Arctic Circle.
Which means the lake around it freezes solid in winter. Imagine the logistics of operating there year-round. Must be intense.
Really shows what's possible with modern engineering in extreme conditions. And sticking with Canada for a moment.
Ekati.
Exactly, Ekati Diamond Mine. This was Canada's first diamond mine to use both surface open pit and underground methods.
And it's also up north, right? A bit further from the coast than Diavik.
Yeah, about 310 kilometers northeast of Yellowknife, so roughly 200 kilometers south of the Arctic Circle, too. These Canadian Arctic mines are really something else.
Definitely showcases mining in some seriously challenging environments. Testament to, well, ingenuity and the drive for these resources.
Okay, let's switch continents again. Indonesia, the Grasberg mine.
Ah, Grasberg. This one is a giant. It's known as the world's biggest gold mine.
And number 3 for copper, I believe.
That's right. It's a massive operation. Been running a long time, too, since 1973.
And employs a huge number of people. The figure mentioned is around 19,500 workers.
Yeah, it's a major economic force there. The scale is just, well, immense.
All right, South America next. Chile. Chuquicamata or just Chogi?
Copper country. And Chuqui is famous for being the biggest open-pit copper mine in the world by excavated volume.
So they've moved more earth here than anywhere else for copper?
Essentially, yes. And it's incredibly deep, too.
How deep are we talking?
About 850 meters deep.
Yeah.
That's over 2,790 feet. Makes it the second deepest open-pit mine in the world after Bingham Canyon.
Just another absolutely monumental hole in the ground.
Truly.
Okay, back to Russia, but diamonds again. The Udaknaya diamond mine.
Right, this one's in the Sakha Republic, like Mirny, another major player on the global diamond scene.
It's listed as one of the largest diamond mines in Russia, and indeed in the world.
And the reserves are estimated to be huge.
Hmm.
Something like 225.8 million carats.
Wow. And the annual production capacity?
Also impressive, over 10 million carats a year. Clearly a very, very rich deposit.
No kidding. Okay, one last stop on our tour. Back to Chile, the Atacama Desert, Escondida.
Another copper giant. But Escondida is slightly different.
How so?
Well, it actually consists of two separate open-pit mines operating together.
Ah, okay. And it's a more recent development compared to some others.
Relatively speaking, yes. Construction started in 1990, but it ramped up fast.
And the output is significant.
Extremely. It currently produces over 1 million tons of copper every single year. It even hit a record of nearly 1.5 million tons back in 2007.
So the Atacama is clearly a crucial source for the world's copper.
Absolutely essential.
So looking back at all 10 of these, it's just staggering, isn't it? The scale, the variety of what we're pulling out of the ground, the sheer geographic spread.
It really is. Diamonds in Siberia and Canada, copper in the U.S. and Chile, gold in Australia, operations on remote Arctic islands and in vast deserts.
They're definitely more than just holes. They represent incredible engineering, massive geological processes, and, well, centuries of human ambition.
Exactly. Each one tells a story. From the back-breaking manual labor at the Big Hole to these hyper-mechanized, technologically advanced sites today. It's the evolution of mining right there.
Which does make you pause and think, doesn't it? When you consider the sheer scale, the visual impact, the resources consumed, what does it really say about our global demand?
Our appetite for these materials seems almost limitless, and our engineering ability to get them keeps growing too.
But what about the long game? You know, the environmental costs, the economic ripple effects of these massive projects. What are the long-term implications?
That's the big question, isn't it? Something definitely worth pondering long after we wrap up here.